So Curtis, I see you've got your anemometer set up on the test rig. This is the airflow uniformity and velocity test. So Curtis, you just want to run us quickly through the requirements for that test method?
Yeah, in clause 4.1 of the 1807 standard that you mentioned, Scott, we're measuring the airflow from the laminar flow filter down over the workspace. There's a requirement for the airflow to average between 0.4 and 0.45 meters per second, as well as having a 20% margin of error either side. The way to do the performance requirement is to take airflow readings 150 mil down from the filter face, 75 to 100 mil, starting at points 75 to 100 mil from each edge, and at interval spaces of 200 to 225 mil. Before you do any of the tests, you want to do a pressure differential across the filter, so you're checking the lifetime and the effectiveness of the filter as well.
And then you get all of that data and record it on a standard template.
That's right. Apply the correction factors that'll come with the calibration report for the filter, for the anemometer.
So it's important that the technicians are using calibrated equipment, and that equipment also needs to be calibrated at another calibrated lab. So don't feel scared about walking up to your technicians and just checking that their gear's calibrated.
Yeah.
Because that's the accuracy that we're dealing with, because we're putting a correction factor into some software when we're doing the report to give you a number which is important for a pass-fail. Probably the other thing, Curtis, in the standard, some manufacturers might recommend a velocity at a lower level than what's prescribed in the Australian standard. So if that's the case, you would need to report on those performance requirements.
Yeah, the standard has that provision, you're correct, and you must report that is a manufacturer requirement if it's a deviation from the Australian test method.